The Diary of a Certified Psychopath, 20th of December, 2021. Reality check. Grey bin, good night. Still on the lookout for an 8th match in Zwift's official database of real-life duplicates, and had hoped to identify 16 in time for the Festive 500, which were intended to each account for precisely 31.250 kilometres of the challenge's requisite distance on 2 daily rides carried out between Christmas Eve and New Year's Day. Given present commitments, accomplishing this goal within the next 3 days seems unlikely, though reversing entry number 3 at least refreshes my memory of this open-ended project and paves the way for a potential compromise regarding the challenge. 23rd of December. Just a little breathing. A serene sabbatical from a tangle of tech troubles of the kind that one cannot sleep on for fear of losing the thread, but also has no hope of resolving without a fix of fresh coastal oxygen. The game of heads I win, tails you lose is almost terminally rigged in favour of Mother Nature's 4 restless spirits. But tonight I regretted not having until dawn to sail the clement crest of a whispering southerly that mere hours earlier had been full of eastern horror. Luminous lamplight outshining festive sparkle during these small hours, due to an increasingly eco-savvy neighbourhood having switched their spectacular seasonal arrays to standby, save for a couple of photogenic exceptions that I'm sure comprised LEDs collectively capable of running on less power than a potato clock. Hearing silence, feeling space, and cruising casually round a dozen corners that daily drudgery turns into a treacherous assault course. Nocturnal reality's nano-pleasures never fail to inspire. 24th of December. Festive 500 Part 1. All over bar the CUDA. I think you can see where we're headed here, and the luxury of not having to explain sure trumps any supposedly discounted Rafa stocking stuffer. No goals beyond an efficient and comfortable completion to prove there is always a third way, and hence fully satisfied by what was as an unseasonably clement a kick-off as any recovering real-lifer would dare request from Santa's busy elves, and one made all the more rewarding by Nina's mechanical miracle, which if seated, turns every surface into smooth fair trade peanut butter, and when mashing, feels like running on the moon, in a John Lewis advert, which on this particular Christmas Eve was but a ghostly halo behind glowing grey gauze. Festive 500 Part 2. Southwick Sleigh Ride. A merry clement Christmas with peace and no wind to all cyclists. Cautiously aiming, wherever and whenever feasible, to make every official festive entry at least 30 kilometres in length, with the remaining requisite mileage equating to traditional stocking fillers, or more precisely, 1 tangerine per kilometre, or a tartan teddy bear for every 10. However, with Strava, at the time, treating all miles equally and offering no indigenous means of distinguishing virtuality from actuality, whether for this or any other monthly, seasonal or annual challenge, one is compelled to take militant measures to accurately monitor their progress, as the enclosed bar chart manifestly demonstrates. According to the leaderboard at the end of day 1, over 30 participants had already allegedly completed the challenge, with the highest ranker racking up double the stipulated distance, though upon logging in at midnight yesterday, the then pole-sitter had slogged through a single 400-kilometre ride, which they had titled Rafa Festive Fail, with the attributed comment, "Called it because my knee started hurting." The terms too high, set, and bar spring to mind. 25th of December. Festive 500 Part 3. The Devil's Horn. A decision based on sudden impulse, and this afternoon's Mystic Met report, which, given the curtains of drizzle that concluded this ride, was about as accurate as Professor Brian Cox's prediction that time will end in precisely 10 trillion years, which according to prevailing science and basic probability is exactly 10 minutes off target. Scarcely the most appropriate setting or sentiment for a sacred celebration, even one with supposedly pagan origins. But in terms of attire and relative effort, this will likely be the only formal entry in this year's festive undertaking. No powdery carpet of pure white snow to complement Mother Nature's desiccated decor of golden and rusty browns, but the magic one on which I rode did more than meet my every Christmas wish.